Hello and welcome. I want to show you how to use subthings. Let's take the example of a door that we want to place here, and we want to add a door hinge that will rotate the whole door around its pivot. I already prepared a door thing, so let me just copy this and place it around here. Now, if we normally animate a thing in itself, we can only animate the parts within, but now we want to animate the whole object. For that, we create a hinge. Let's take this one, let's make it metallic and blue, a bit brighter. And let's put snap angles on and put it here. Let's name this hinge. Now, to connect the door to the hinge, context laser it, click the little subthings icon here, and now you see context laser a thing to add or remove. Use any hands, context laser, and we just added the door now. We click back. Okay, the door is now connected as soon as we hit done, but now we need the animation. For starters, we will say when any part touched, then become next state in 2 seconds. Why do we say any part instead of just when touched? That's because we want to listen to any touch here and not just a touch on the hinge itself. So any part is very useful for subthings. Now let's go to state number 2. Let's rotate this a bit. And we will say when starts, then become next in, let's say 3 seconds. We want the door to remain in this rotation state. And then afterwards, we go back to next. And next in this case means first cell. And the first cell is here, of course. So let's see if that works. Let me save. I won't touch the hinge. I will touch here. And it will open. 3 seconds open and 2 seconds again to close. So that's nice. But what if we want to use a key instead of a touch anywhere? Let's start by modifying the door. I will context laser the door and I will say edit clone. Now I will context laser this part and I will say when touches gold key, then tell any other part of the thing or the subthing leader, in this case the hinge, unlocked. Yes, it should be good. Click done. Now, it will already work here, but the hinge needs to be modified to listen for the word unlocked. So context laser it again, edit clone. And now, not when any part touched, but when told unlocked. Then, and now we can use the same as before, become next in, I think it was 2 seconds. Now for some extra fun, we will also play a screeching and squeaking sound here. When told unlocked, then become state number 2, which is the rotation, and play the screeching sound. I will save again. And now if I touch, nothing works, right? But let me switch to the non-editor mode, the normal visitor mode. Take the key, doesn't work here, not here, not here, but works there. Now let's switch back to edit mode. Let's clone the door and make it work with the red key. Instead of cloning the door, actually now I want to clone the hinge because the hinge connects to the thing parts, to the subparts, to the subthings automatically. So I will just grab this, put it here. Now as soon as I say edit clone, it will ask me if I want to place the subthings here. Yes, I want to. It now makes a new connection that is distinct to this couple here, to this combo. So to have it work with the gold key, I would just need to save now. since we want to make it work with the red key, I will edit the door again. Now we're creating a new copy. This one is the old door. I will context laser here, and I will I will change gold to red. When touches red key, then tell unlocked. So just the same, except for the key color. Let's confirm that it does not work with gold. That's good. And let's confirm that it does work with red. That's good. So let's try another example. You can also connect several sub-things to a hinge or to a pivot. So let me delete some. Oops. Let me delete some stuff here. Let's create a new pivot or something main part. I'm using this pyramid shape as I can nicely point in the direction here. Let me name this mover. And I will context laser this. Oops, sorry. I will first click here and then context laser. Context laser. Take this head there. Take the bottle, maybe the little fail whale over there. I got 5 things connected, and I will actually also tick invisible when done. I will explain a bit later what happens here. But first, let me animate this. When starts, then become next in, let's say, 4 seconds. And now I switch to cell 2. And I can just use the same as last. So I click here, it's a bit faster. And I think I just forgot to actually animate it. Let me do that. Okay, animation done. Done. And now you can see everything here moving. I can actually tell if something has sub-things by context lasering it and turning around the dialog. It will say references sub-things, yes. And similarly, I can now turn around the profile of the little thing there, and it will say is something, yes. And I can also click the connection button here, and I will see what the shape of the mover is. Now I just clicked is invisible when done. Why am I still seeing this? Because in the Me settings, I clicked on see invisible as editor. If I tick this off, now I will see the area as anybody else would. Let me also go into Explorer mode. So I'm not actually able to touch the mover here. But I want to edit again. So I need to see it. I click Edit Clone, and as you can see, the second that I click Edit Clone, the sub-things will rest in their default state. And the default state is kind of important because it contains the relation of the original position. So if I move this in the first position, that will be the default position from which to move to the second state. Let's not just rotate this time, but also move the mover. Let's go to state 2 and grab it and move it very far to here. And let me go back. Okay. So the second state is now very far away. Let's see what happens. I click done. And you can see not only does it rotate, but it will also move all the connected sub-things. And if I manage to delete the mover again, you will see the sub-things will just reset. Let me try that again. And I still didn't get it. Okay, last try. I just grab it. I almost did it. Okay, doesn't matter. You can delete any main part and the sub-things will remain as they are. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and see you next time.